Today we're going to talk about a food allergy intervention program called Safety Starts With You. Be part of the food allergy crew. An allergy is the body's natural reaction or overreaction to a substance it views as a threat. Nearly 15 million Americans suffer from food allergies, the majority of those children. That's 1 in every 18 children under the age of 18. In fact, the presence of food allergies in children has risen 50% between the years of 1997 and 2011. Children, teens, and young adults are the most likely to suffer fatal anaphylaxis as a result of a food allergy reaction. This accounts for up to $25 billion in healthcare costs spent each year. This intervention will take place in West Virginia schools over the course of 1 year and will include all grade levels K through 12. The target audience includes teachers, school staff, students, and parents, and community members. The main goals for the program are to increase knowledge about food allergies, reduce the number of food allergens in the schools, develop procedures in case a food allergy reaction occurs, reduce the number of food allergy reactions occurring in school, to reduce the number of school absences due to food allergies. Additionally, the program will also encourage that West Virginia policy be updated to require epinephrine auto-injectors in all schools. The intervention will utilize educational material to increase knowledge about food allergies and food allergy reactions. With that knowledge, each school will then develop an action plan in the case of a food allergy reaction. These plans will be required in the classroom and lunchroom and for after-school activities. Pre- and post-program surveys and statistics will determine the effectiveness of the program and any future modifications. Our setting is West Virginia Public Schools at all grade levels K through 12, in the classroom, at assemblies, and in the hallway. The main focus are food allergens themselves and also the allergic reactions caused by them. Our target audience, once again, is teachers, school staff, mostly those in contact with students, fellow students, parents, and community members. To begin, we'll educate on possible food allergens, allergic reaction signs and symptoms, and what each individual can do to help. Then, a plan of action will be established in the case of a food allergy reaction. It will be required in each classroom, the lunchroom, and for after-school activities. Current policy. In 2013, the School Access to Emergency Epinephrine Act was signed into a law by Barack Obama. The law encourages states to require or allow a stock of emergency epinephrine auto-injectors to be kept on site. Most states currently have policies in place that allow epinephrine on site in schools, but only few actually require it. West Virginia currently has a law that allows epinephrine to be available, but doesn't require each school to have it. The goals of this program are to increase knowledge to all the participants about food allergies and food allergy reactions. Another goal is to decrease the possible allergens in school, and to develop a plan of action in case a food allergy occurs. As an additional goal would be to decrease the absences due to food allergies and to decrease the number of allergic reactions that actually occur in school. Also, we want to encourage policy change in the state to require that all schools have epinephrine auto-injectors on site. There are currently 15 million Americans that have food allergies. That's 1 in every 18 children, an average of 2 children per classroom with a food allergy. The number of children with food allergies has actually increased 50% from 1997 to 2011. Children, teens, and young adults are the most likely to suffer fatal anaphylaxis as a result of a food allergy reaction. That's why it's key that we start educating right away. Children don't usually outgrow their food allergies, so this education will continue with them and their peers for a lifetime. An estimated $25 billion is spent each year in health-related costs from food allergy reactions. Educational material will outline what a food allergy is, the most common food allergies and food allergens in children, signs and symptoms of a typical food allergy reaction, and what each individual can do to help in case a reaction occurs. Participants will also be educated on current policies, the state and the school concerning allergic reactions. Educational materials will include pamphlets, videos, posters, and online resources. After education is completed, an allergic reaction plan will be developed in the case of an allergic reaction to food. The plan will be implemented school-wide, individualized for each classroom, in the lunchroom, and for after-school activities. Lunches and snacks in the school will be evaluated for possible allergens, and organized support for policy change recommendations to require schools to have epinephrine on site will also be made. The crew members include teachers who will monitor classroom snacking, lead the development of classroom allergy reaction procedures, identify children with food allergies in each classroom, and develop food guidelines for the class depending on the allergies present. School staff, mostly those in the cafeteria and especially those who are in contact with students, will monitor and modify lunch and snack selections for possible allergens, as well as develop and implement the plan for lunchroom and after-school activities. Students will need to be aware of food allergies in the classroom, those of their peers. They also need to be considerate in the food that they bring or try and share with their classmates. They need to be able to recognize the signs and symptoms of a food allergy reaction and know how to help. Parents should also be made aware of the food allergies in their child's class. They should be considerate of food allergies when sending snacks and food to the schools. Community members can support local schools with safe lunch and snacking options. The proposed budget for this program includes educational materials, which includes the cost of printing and distribution of pamphlets and posters, informational videos, and the development and maintenance of websites and online resources. The proposed budget also includes the cost of epinephrine auto-injectors for each school, which is approximately $150 per each injector. Possible sources of funding come from grants provided by the Food Allergy and Anaphylaxis Management Act, partnerships of local healthcare facilities to educate and also to possibly donate auto-injectors, as well as donations of time and/or resources from community members. The intervention implementation will take part over 1 year. Initial surveys and statistics will be gathered in the fall, and throughout the year, education will be provided and allergic reaction plan development being made. Post-program surveys and statistics will occur in the late spring. To evaluate the intervention, we'll start with initial surveys that will allow for current food allergy knowledge to be assessed in teachers, staff, parents, and students. Initial surveys will also determine school classroom procedure in the case of a food allergy reaction. The initial statistics will determine the number of absences related to food allergy reactions and the number of incidences of food allergy reactions occurring at the school or at school-related functions. Post-program surveys will be used to determine if there was an increase in food allergy knowledge across participants. Post-program surveys will also determine the presence of school or classroom food allergy reaction procedures. Post-program statistics will determine if the number of absences due to food allergy reactions has been reduced since the program. It will also determine if the number of instances of food allergy reactions has been reduced since the implementation of the program. State and school policies regarding epinephrine auto-injectors on site will also be evaluated for any change. Some of the program modifications can be made by comparing the pre- and post surveys and statistics to determine the success of the program. Program modifications for the next school year can be made based on the results of the program. Modifications can be made to the educational materials. Modifications can also be made to the allergic plan reaction development and to the surveys actually given. In conclusion, to reduce the number of food allergy reactions in schools, it's going to take a team effort of teachers, school staff, parents, and students, all being aware and considerate of food allergies.